Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and you're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. The Seminoles will kick it away to start. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Alabama's offense will start this game off. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. And both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete. Turning it on! Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll pull it on the read. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. There he goes to the right. The 40. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown Seminoles. The defense putting points on the board.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Leaves it with the running back. Hard running there. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Pucks it out of the air. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. From the 47-yard line on first and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Alabama comes to the line with first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. trying to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Shakes off the defender. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He got it. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Louisville. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme. And sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough. So got to continue to play well within the conference.
Back open in the middle. There we go. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
On defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. Touchdown, Noles! Great job by the back on the option.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the point after is good. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity.
And that's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking for room at the 25. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And they give him enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the 1st. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Russell. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. Finds a soft spot in the middle. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. The run from the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Into the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Lost the fire on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little kick route, try to get my guy over.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They'll try to run it in. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate a
touchdown tie. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Leaves it with the back.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Makes it past the marker. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one, it's 2nd and 11. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his big tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Seminoles didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Handoff to the single back. He'll be hauled down just in 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense...
And he moves into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, it's Russell. Bought a little time, lets it go. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, you got to love the effort, selling out for that. Listen, it wasn't a deep pass down the field. It's a short pass, but great effort, laying out, good body control, bringing in the diving catch.
Finds his man down the middle. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Applewhite. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good, easy call for the refs. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise, we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Going to the run to start this second half. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Richard. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Got his man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line.
Deep shot for the end zone. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. That is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Snags a quick pass on the left. Oh, he's got some space. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden, half the...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Snags it at the 30 and still running. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Dome. Dropping back, it's hustle. Looking to the big tight end. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. So now on comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Now a two-possession game at 24-13. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ann Arbor for a long time. They're up by 25 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards. And David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Really good coverage by the DB there, and even a better job of locating the football and then knocking it away.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. On target. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They got it at the 25. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Here we go. Makes the catch. It's Richard. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Smashes it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Continues to fight for yards. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. To the air, it's Russell. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Now the play fake. On the move and looking deep. Snags it on the right. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Alabama! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Turning it on! They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and then it'll be a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Noles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Gets it out fast. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And under critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these down.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Off the play fake. Snagged out of the air. After the filthy move, he's got room. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Oh, that big stiff arm got him some room. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Alabama quickly back to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to run it. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And the defense playing pass all the way. They understand the situation beautifully. They've got to throw the football. They weren't fooled by the pass. They break on the football and get the interception.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is...